Hi fellow YouTubers, this is Mel Brown from Navigate Your Life. This is a brand new journey for us, a brand new YouTube channel, and we're going to give it a go and see how it all works out. So I'm going to introduce you to my wife in a couple minutes, and there's my dog walking in the background. I'm going to show you around our property. This channel is about living debt-free and what you can do with living debt-free and the advantages of becoming debt-free, freedom that you can experience, and hopefully you'll glean something from it as well. We want to take you on a journey with us. We are in the process of renovating our property, doing lots of landscaping, doing renos to our garage, doing renos to our home. We've been on this property for almost 2 years now, and we're going to tell you about that journey. But for now, I'm going to show you around the place. How does that sound? And then I'm showing you our driveway right now. We're on the end of a cul-de-sac in a small community about half an hour outside of Kamloops. There's our driveway, lined with trees, maple trees mostly, and a couple pine trees, fir trees, spruce trees, and whatnot. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you around. This is the backdrop. This is the mountain beside our property. There's a vacant field. No one will be building on that anytime soon, so we're pretty stoked about that. No neighbor to the front, or sorry, no neighbor to the side, no neighbor to the back. This is our front yard. There's about, I think there's 5 apricot trees there now. I had 13. No, I knocked down 13 last summer. And then all that debris on the ground there is from the last snowstorm that we had. Snow got really heavy. It was really warm and it snowed a ton. And it just stripped a whole bunch of branches off of our trees. It was pretty crazy, just hearing them crack, crack, crack. It was pretty phenomenal. I never experienced anything like that before. Some of these trees are pretty tall. Been here a long time. Part of our plan is to thin those out a little bit. That mound you see right there is actually a root cellar. Wow, pseudo root cellar. It's a squirrel's house right now. We're gonna knock that down too. We just don't have a use for it, and it's just a eyesore and a big mound in the front yard. So we're gonna get an excavator in here and knock all that down in the spring. Got some other random trees here. This tree here, that's gonna get knocked down in the spring or sooner. These trees here, I'll probably thin these trees out too. I just want to kind of clean up our front yard. It's a work in progress. And there's our lovely mobile home. Not my favorite color, to be honest. It's a labor of love. We're planning on putting some new windows in it, side it, maybe paint it. Not sure. Probably side it. I'm gonna that's where my vote lies. Depends on how much it's going to cost us. Again, we're doing all of this debt-free, so cost is a factor for us. Here's our playground. Our dog roams around in there when the snow isn't so deep. There's walking trails all back in there. Goes for miles, literally. It's awesome. This was quite the find. We were looking for a piece of property, actually, a raw piece of property, and we stumbled on this on Craigslist. It was a private sale. Did everything through notary. There's our truck, paid for with cash, because that's something else we're going to talk about, is not paying, not getting into debt for a vehicle. There's Millie. That's my Bouvier. wound out on a stick or something. Here's some more branches that fell. Yeah, that tree's kind of hurting there. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. Probably we just get a pole saw in here or something and knock down the tree branches that are almost falling down anyway. This one here, it fared pretty well. It didn't get affected by the storm at all, so pretty pleased about that, considering how close it is to the house. Got some grapevines there. That arbor or whatever you call it, that's gonna go bye-bye. That's all rotten. Again, we've only been here 2 years, so things take time. That's one thing I've learned about. This is our first property, and that's the one thing that I've learned, is you can't do everything. Rome wasn't built in a day, so I've given myself some grace to be able to get stuff done. And here's my lovely wife, Ellie. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at this pile of scrubby wood to see if any of it's good to burn. We have 3 different piles, so we have a good pile, a kind of so-so pile, and this is kind of the crappy pile. So I was just debating if any of it could be burned in the fireplace.
That's a good idea. We've also got some birch logs over here that are seasoning nicely. I have been burning some of it, but I think the rest of these I'm just going to leave and let them season a little bit longer. They're just a little bit green, so I'm going to leave them till next year, and if I can. And I think we're, it's the end of January. Probably get one more cold snap in February. But I think we're pretty good. Like Ellie said, that wood there is pretty scrubby. Probably just end up burning it in the burn pile that's covered in snow right now, where all those chairs and stuff are. We actually have a fire pit right there, and have firewood underneath the snow that you can't see. There's a little bit there. Got a burning barrel there. We don't ever use it. We just use the fire pit or dispose of our stuff at the transfer station locally. We do have a wood burning stove, cuts down on heat. This is a maple tree, isn't it, Ellie? When it has leaves on it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
So all of these trees that align the front part of the drive or the back part of the driveway here are all maple trees. They're just gorgeous in the spring and summer and fall. Amazing. And this outbuilding right now, this is our garage. And we're going to be, well, right now it's not a garage. It's gonna get renovated more. And we're gonna put a garage door right where that red dolly is. All of that to the left of the man door is gonna be garage door. I'm gonna change out the windows. Sorry about the jiggly camera here. The footing isn't that great. Yeah, we're gonna go inside here and check it out inside. This is kind of messy right now. Just haven't been doing much in here because it's cold. Doesn't have any heat in here. We just put a roof on it, a new roof, put a metal roof on it in the summer. Ripped out all the wall board and the insulation. It was pretty disgusting in here. Had some water damage, water leaking out of the old roof. So we decided to just strip it all and make it into a garage, because there's the header. So we're gonna go ahead and make it for what it's supposed to be. There was a partition wall here splitting it up. Where that beam is right there, the wall went all the way and split it all up. And we took it all out. Like I said, stripped all the insulation off, all the old wall board. Still got some work to do in here. We're leaning on blowing insulation in here. Probably have a wood stove in here eventually. Get some nice wall board on here so we can hang tools and stuff. And then I can park a vehicle in here. Another outbuilding that is going to get changed here pretty soon. It's functional, ugly, but functional. We got an old chicken coop over there. I'll show you that in another video. A lilac tree right there. It may stay. I might just cut it back a little bit. I don't know yet. Got a couple apple trees back there. They do okay. Invites bears though, so I don't know if I'm going to keep them. We'll see. We're also planning on taking that addition there and enlarging it to about double its size. Hopefully that'll happen this summer or next. Depends on how everything goes. But yeah, so in our next video, we'll go inside where it's warm and cozy and talk about the 4 steps that we took to becoming debt-free.